Yule? No.
Yule?
No, the fox on the back say something. Oh, Lil Dumpling Fox.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a dumpling.
It's a dumpling.
The chicken looks like a dumpling.
Yeah, the dumpling chicks. It's that the fox eats dumplings. He really likes them.
What?
Yep.
Oh, that fox.
That fox.
Not
a real fox.
Oh, okay.
No.
She's an evil enchantress and she does evil dances. And if you look deep in her eyes, she will put you in trances. Then what will she do? She'll mix up an evil brew. Then she'll gobble you up in a big tasty stew. So, watch out.
Okay, welcome to the next episode. We saw 3 more episodes, and now we're gonna talk about them. Okay, let's see which one.
And we watched them, so you don't have to.
I'm sure the people listening to the podcast have seen them already.
Too late for you. I'm sorry.
You're mean. Okay, the first one we saw was Bridal Gossip. In this episode, Twilight Sparkle and her friends encounters Akora, a mysterious zebra who lives in the Everfree Forest.
Oh yeah, that's the zebra.
The zebra, yeah.
She speaks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Even for the beginning, you know she's African. Well, because zebras only reside in Africa.
Yeah.
But
maybe she grew up in a zoo.
But she's wearing a traditional neck elongating
necklace.
Yes,
yeah.
The golden thingy that if you cheat on your husband, it's removed from your neck. Then, because your neck was being supported by that necklace, you die.
Really?
Yes.
Is that what it's for?
It's not really because of that. It's used for. It's like an aesthetic thing. So women with long necks are considered beautiful, right? Even in our society.
That's true. That's why they have the shoulder shirts. So you can see more neck.
Yeah, that's so you can see more skin. Anyway, so in African cultures, there are some tribes, not all, that women use these metal necklace things that cover the full
They're
neck.
like rings, aren't they?
Yes. No, it's like a spring.
Oh yeah.
It's like a big spring, and it covers the neck and it pushes it up. To make their neck looks bigger. And they have it from like girls, I believe. Or when they come out of age, I don't know. The thing is that
when they're of
once
breeding
they
age.
are old, when they get old, the necklace gets bigger and bigger. Well, it doesn't gets bigger and bigger. They get a bigger one. Yes, and it keeps making the neck longer and longer. But the fact is that you stay with that thing. You go to sleep with it. You walk with it. You do homework. You take a shower with it. I think you can remove it, but you have to be careful with that, because your neck is longer, yes, but your bones don't grow because of that. So when you take it out, your neck doesn't have the muscles to sustain your head, because your neck has never carried your head. It's always been the necklace. So I don't know if this is still current. But the story was that if a woman was found cheating or had done something unmoral or did something bad on a traditional level or whatever level, I remember, they would remove the necklace and leave the woman there. Now the neck wouldn't be able to sustain the head. So the head will go down, and it will suffocate you, and you would eventually die. So when you saw the zebra, first you saw, look, a black zebra. Yes, it's not white with black; it's black with white.
Black with white.
Yes. And she had the traditional necklace, so that was a nice touch. And then she had the accent.
Yeah, a really thick African accent.
Yes, and then her house looked like a voodoo priest house. So there was Everything is very stereotypical.
And the really big earring.
Oh yeah, and the really big golden earrings.
And the mohawk.
And then she had like golden
She had
bracelets on
her
her hooves. That's cool. And everyone is afraid of her at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But who can blame them?
Mm-hmm.
She came over. First of all, they're all ponies. Ponies are hideous monster horses.
Ah, you're so mean.
And I think they're from England or Europe. I don't know.
That's something like
I don't know. Someone from there. So there's not a zebra in sight. In miles. You need to go to deep part of Africa to find the zebras.
And then she comes with guns.
Yeah, and then she comes with a hood covering her face, making only her eyes look like shining. Yeah, right?
Like the cat.
Yes, like a cat at night. You look around and you see two sparkle lights over there, and that's the cat. Well, there's that. Just a zebra, and nobody knows what a zebra is.
Mm-hmm.
Then she comes covering her face, so obviously everyone gets suspicious. Because even here, with us, if you see someone with a hood on, if it's raining, you let it pass. But if it's not, it's because he's shooing something. No, not shooing. Scheming.
Scheming or hiding something.
Yeah, hiding something. Yeah, something like that. And that's bad news for you. So you come to town, a really small town where everyone knows everyone.
Only Pinky knows everyone.
Well, knows their name, but everyone knows each other.
Uh-huh.
And then you come with the hood, and you walk slowly, mysteriously, and then you have a different sense of fashion, like the rest, than the rest. And well, of course, everyone gets suspicious of you.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, Twilight is like, "You're crazy, it's just a zebra."
It's just a zebra.
For a moment, I was like, "Oh, she's really smart. She doesn't exclude other people because they look different." Mm-hmm. Not only does she know what it was, she also was like, "Don't be deal. It's a zebra. I've never seen one, but I know it's a zebra." It's like, "Oh, look, it's an Irish. I've never seen an Irish, but I know it's an Irish."
Yeah, I know it's an Irish man.
He's wearing green pants and he's dancing with the whole person.
Oh my god.
So that's cool. And he has a pot of gold. So yeah.
Leprechaun, dude. Leprechaun.
And they're from Irish.
Ireland.
Whatever. Same thing. Same
No,
place.
it's not.
They're near. So like, oh man, she's not going to judge or anything. And she's gonna go out to her. She's gonna talk. Everything's gonna be resolved. But no, they had to make the chapter longer. What I didn't understand at first was that she was like scratching the ground. But I think that maybe it was like, okay, you're bored and no one is there, trying to see if someone comes out to talk to you, and you're like, oh, I don't know, kicking the ground.
As one does.
Yeah, so one does. I mean, you're not gonna get on your knees and start scratching with your hands.
You never know. People are weird.
Well, yeah, but in their case, they're already touching the ground with feet and hands. So, anyway. And then Applejack seems to be also an overprotecting sister.
Yep.
And the little sister, who I thought it was in elementary school, and it seems that they are teenagers
They're
already.
not teenagers. Actually, they did a thing.
They have a quinceañera, by the way.
No, it's a quinceañera.
Really? I understand quinceañera.
No, it was
like,
quinceañera.
Okay, then forget about that.
It was to celebrate the cutie mark.
I thought because they were 15 years
No.
old. Okay, I was like, what?
No, it's not. They're not Mexican ponies.
I don't know.
They're not Mexican ponies.
Doesn't matter. People in the United States also do quinceañeras and they're not Mexican.
I know.
In any way. but because they have flashy dresses and they
do sweet 16s.
They do quinceañeras too also.
I know, it's because they think they're Mexican.
No, it's because they're envious of all them partying we do.
Oh,
we're party people.
We're party people?
Yes.
That's just our neighbors. We don't go places.
Well, I wasn't talking of us. About us personally, Mexicans in general. So anyway, Applejack is very overprotecting, and the other one is like, okay, you're annoying. I have to prove myself. Because she's over here in the conversation of the adult ponies, the scared adult ponies, the racist adult big ponies.
Yes, you can call
the
them.
Okay, yeah.
Speciest, if you want to.
Yes.
No, don't die.
And she tries to look into the case of the zebra. The adults notice and they start running behind her. And then, okay, they're scared of the zebra. The zebra is like a few steps in front of the small pony, which is hilarious that the zebra does not notice that there is someone like 4 or 5 steps behind her.
It's the hood. You know how when you learn that you can't hear
hood.
shit behind you?
It's soundproof. Yes, that's right. And they're scared of her getting near, and they scream like, "See me, see me!" Yeah. And then the weird thing is that the zebra turns around and goes like, "Beware!" And the mystic voice and whatnot.
Yeah.
Beware! Instead of going to them, hey, watch out, that those flowers are poisonous or whatever. She goes like, beware! And she's gone.
And she's gone.
Bitch. She doesn't really tell you, hey, you need to get out of there because it's dangerous, whatever. Okay, I gave you the message. Now I need to go because I need to go.
Of course not. She has to say everything in rhymes.
Yes, but the thing is that she didn't get close. She was talking and going away at the same time.
Wouldn't you if 6 crazy ponies were following you?
Probably. I guess you're right. Okay, yes.
Like, imagine there were people. There's this one guy who did more or less the calculation about more or less how old the ponies are. He said they're about college age, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, because I turned off the sound. Gosh darn it!
I don't think the zebra is 20 something.
No,
I think
she's
the
not.
zebra,
She's not.
like
She's
30
older.
something.
She's older.
Already. Yeah.
But the younger ponies are like in their if they were humans, they'd be in their early 20s.
Well, in the
More or
movie
less.
where they become humans, they're teenagers.
They're in high school. I know.
They're like they have their 17s or 18s. No,
They're like 16.
Yeah, whatever.
But it's we haven't gotten to the movie yet.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway.
You already made me see it.
No, I didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
I showed you parts of it, but we didn't see it.
No.
We're gonna see it
We'll see about that.
when we get to that part.
We'll get there when we get there.
It's another season and a half away.
Anyway, they get sick because of the plants, which is weird. I thought that, well, depending on how you get in touch with the flower, you'll get something. But no, it's completely random. I mean, I think that the one that was the closest to those plants was Rainbow Dash, because she flew under the flowers, which is stupid because she's flying.
Yeah.
Why are you all the way on the ground? Can't you walk? And then a lot of stuff's happened. Applejack became mini
Tiny.
Applejack.
Apple-teeny.
Oh, yes, we got an Apple-teeny. That's hilarious. Is that how Spike's called her?
Yeah, Spike called her Apple-teeny. Don't you remember he was giving each of them names?
Yeah, it is, but I didn't remember what
It was
was
Apple-teeny.
the nickname. And then Rarity gets all loose hair.
She gets dreadlocks.
Yes. In all her body.
And all of her body.
She doesn't even have enough hair to do that. But
But it happens.
it happens. She looks like a
Like a mop.
sheep or
A mop.
Yes.
It looks like a mop.
And then Who else? Rainbow Dash. I don't know how this happened. But her wings, instead of being on her back, were in her belly.
And upside down.
And they were upside down?
They were upside
down. Okay. Still weird. I mean, I understand the Applejack. I can let it pass.
Because magic.
Exactly. And she became small completely. Not like only her feet or something like that. No. She was compressed.
She's compressed.
She was
a
file.
She was in a zip file.
Yes, it was a zip file. And Rarity, well, her hair grew and became like that. And then who else? Twilight became impotent.
Impotent.
Her horn was all like
all flappy.
Yeah, all flappy. And every time she moved, it was like a reference for
not
penis.
phallic at all.
Of course, it was not erect. She couldn't get an erection. And he got a spot. So not only was she impotent. Not only was she impotent, she also had herpes.
Ew! And it was blue.
Yes, it had an infection.
Ew!
Anyway, then who else?
Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Pie got.
Swollen tongue.
Yes, she had a huge tongue, and they
Which
has.
happens. That's a disease.
Yes, that was the normalest of all of them. And the most hilarious one was the super Marvin Gaye deep voice of Fluttershy. I don't want to talk about it. That's pretty cool.
You rewinded that like 5 times.
Yes, that's hilarious. This is the only episode we've seen until now that the song that Pinkie Pie sings doesn't hurt me physically. It was like, no, don't sing, and she sang, and I was like, it's not that bad.
I think it's because it's an incomplete song, so you let it pass.
I don't know, maybe. and then things they're cursed, and Twilight starts being influenced by the dumbness of the other ponies, and she's like, maybe it is a curse. And Spike is, look, supernatural, and it had the picture of herbs.
It had a plant on it.
Yes, so I thought it was maybe a book of herbology or something.
Herbology.
I don't know, I think.
Harry Potter.
Yes. They're herbs, and they're to be studied. Logy. Yeah. So, herbology. Yes. Anyway, she ignores the book, even though it has a picture of
botany, but whatever.
I don't care. It's herbology, because we're in a world of magic.
Of course.
You see. You thought because that was because it was the first word that came to mind? No, I thought about it.
No, you thought about it, of course.
And she just say, no, it is a curse. And she ignores the book.
Of course.
Because I'm sure that she being living in a library, the library was going to have a book that was not helpful in any way.
Yeah.
She looked through all the books except that one. That was dumb.
That was dumb, yes, it was.
And she learned her lesson at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Don't be dumb. Don't be influenced by dumb ponies. Anyway, they track the zebra back again. They think she's trying to eat the little pony. It's not. She was making a potion. Everyone apologizes. They take her to town again, and everyone's witch. They convince, get a flower they needed for the potion, and everything goes back to normal. But a very important thing that we need to talk about is that song. Not the first one. The first one sang by Pinkie Pie. That one sucks. It's not bad, but it sucks. The cool one is the one that Fluttershy ends up singing because Pinkie Pie can't. And she's like, and I don't know how they understood her, but they were like, that doesn't look like my song. And she's like trying to sing, and then nothing, and she goes to Fluttershy, And she's like, "Oh, please sing one for me." And then Fluttershy like, "All right," and she starts singing.
That's just sighs.
And then she starts singing, and in the background you can hear the snaps of fingers. It was hilarious. I watched that. I watched that song like
a whole bunch of times.
yes.
Way too many.
I rewound it several times because it was that funny. And her voice was awesome.
Yeah.
So that's my new favorite character.
Flutter guy.
Flutter guy. Yes. All right.
And season.
So beware.
3 or 4, I think. There's a whole episode where Fluttershy turned into
A guy?
into
Really?
a guy again. Uh-huh.
Sweet.
But that's until way later.
Anyway, they resolved their curses. They were not curses, but they thought they were curses. And everyone lived happily ever after.
Yay.
Yay. The zebra looked awesome.
Yeah, she did. She has a really nice.
And Flutter guy had an awesome voice.
Very masculine.
Yes. Next.
Sexy.
Next.
Okay, the next episode was Swarm of the Century.
Oh yeah.
In this episode, a swarm of pests called Parasprites find their way into Ponyville, causing chaos and threatening to ruin Princess Celestia's visit into town.
So Princess Celestia's going to town. Everyone's making preparations, and a little a cute bug-like thingy. It looked like a fly, but it had.
4 wings. It looked like a fairy.
It looked like a fly, but with super cute eyes. So
Yes.
every pony was like, "Oh, so cute." But they're like gremlins. They eat and reproduce. Do not feed the what are their name?
Parasprites.
Do not feed the parasprites. Sprites. What again?
Parasprites.
Parasprites.
There
Don't
you go.
feed the parasprites because they reproduce. They vomit and create a new parasprite. But that's true. They go like, and you're like, "Oh, look, a hairball." No, it's another parasprite. So the ponies getting love these creatures. They try to make them like their pets,
Mm-hmm.
and the only one that recognize them right away, it's the Pinkie Pie. There must be a reason why she knows this. Maybe she's not from Ponyville, because the expert in animals has always been Fluttershy, and suddenly Pinkie Pie knows something Fluttershy doesn't know. There must be a story behind it.
We never learn it.
Yes. And the fact that they live in a small town, but no one knows the parents of the big ponies, that means that they come from different places and settle down in Ponyville. Like Twilight.
Yes.
But I also cannot say the same thing, because in the next episode we see the little sister of Rarity. A spoiler alert.
Anyway, let's keep going with the.
Wait, we're not finished with the story.
Oh yes, the story.
So everyone's trying to do their best to get rid of the bugs. They all fail.
Miserably.
Yes, and then they bring Applejack, the trustworthy, the super pony, the super useless pony. So if we added that she's super and she's also useless, they cancel each other. So the pony.
So she's a sidekick.
No, she's only a pony. Didn't you hear me?
Oh,
She's
the pony.
She's a super pony, but she's also a useless pony. So super is eliminated by useless, and so you only keep pony. So she's the pony.
Órale, pues.
Anyway, they make her, what do you call it?
Round them up.
Round the bugs. They do that successfully, and every time they're trying to do something, Pinkie Pie comes up like, "I need this, I need that." Obviously, she does not explain why, and that's why no one listens to her. Besides the fact that she is completely random,
Mm-hmm.
and Rainbow Dash says this, she's like, "Pinkie Pie, you're so random." Anyway, well, Pinkie Pie is doing her thing, and you as a viewer know what's going to happen, especially because we're older.
Yeah.
Everyone tries to do an Applejack successfully, sends all the sprites to the forest, and yay, Fluttershy is an idiot, and she keeps one. I mean, she already went through the problem of feeding one and getting 3, then 9, then however much and much and much. And like
yes, so many face palms.
A collective face palm.
Face hoof. That's
yes. and they get back after getting rid of all those creatures. They open the door and more come out. The Rainbow Dash does the Super Tornado, and then some plates from a musical instrument.
Yeah,
they were like.
They're symbols.
No, they weren't symbols.
They were symbols.
No.
Yeah, don't you remember? Pinkie Pie comes over and she's like, this is great. I found some brand new symbols, and they get torn off of her neck.
Okay, well they're like discs, sharp metal discs. They're trying to kill Rainbow Dash, but because she's Rainbow Dash, they're like too slow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But she's also doing a tornado, so that the force of the tornado beats her, and sends her flying, and sends all the bugs into town.
Yep.
Where they start eating every food. Then Twilight appears, and she's like, "Okay, don't stop eating the food." So they do, and stop eating everything else. Great job, Twilight. Good thing you're the scholar. Good thing you're the smart one. Instead of sending everyone to sleep with his magic spell or whatever, no, let's make you not eat food. Eat plastic and fabric and whatnot.
And wood and.
Yes. At the end, they give up because they don't know what they're going to do. And Princess Celestia's coming down. By the way, those are some pretty fast Pegasus.
Yeah.
Because the castle is all the way over there, and suddenly you see a shadow, and boom, they're already here. And holy crap! Rainbow Dash, it's nothing to those Pegasus.
Yeah. Well, how many were there? 3, 4?
I think there were 6.
There were 6?
I don't know. There were a lot. There were more than 1.
I'm gonna say 4. I think it was 4.
Well, let's say it's 4. Don't search for it. Don't search for it. Don't search for it.
But the
Don't
picture
search. No.
should be here. Oh!
Anyway.
Why must you hurt me in this way?
When she's coming, Pinkie Pie has a one-man band with her, and it seems that the bugs are attracted to music and start dancing. I mean, they fly, but they start dancing. They go to the ground, they start jumping. Yeah, they're jumping from the ground. It reminds me of the story about the flute master.
Piper.
The piper, yes, and the rats. I hope they pay Pinkie Pie, because if not, baby ponies are going to die. See the story for reference.
Yes.
And when Princess Celestia comes over, they all bow. No, princess, whatever. And Pinkie Pie passes by with a one-man band. And the bugs are like, ooh. And Princess Celestia, which is the oldest pony in all of Equestria, does not know what those bugs are. So, oh, look, they're so cute. Thank you for the parade. And Twilight steals the idea. Like, sure, parade, yes, of course. And like, oh, but I need to go. There's a pest in somewhere else. And then Pinkie Pie goes through all the things, go to the forest. Yada yada yada, end of story. But you see how Pinkie Pie is so generous, because when she's informed that Princess Celestia needs to go to Philadelphia to solve a pest problem, she's going to, oh my god, I need to go to Philadelphia. It's like, what? I imagine Philadelphia is a long distance from Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
So, and she was all ready to carry all the stuff she had on her back, just go and get rid of the
bugs.
So that's pretty generous of her.
Yes.
And
Stop playing with my phone.
whatever. And
I'm gonna leave that in there just because.
and Twilight is like, oh, you saved my reputation. You suck. Anyway, yada yada yada. Happy ending.
Yay.
Pinkie Pie rule.
Yes.
She's smart.
Yeah.
Random, but smart.
Well, aren't the smartest people the most random people? Because their brains just are always
Think a
thinking.
different way. Yes. Well,
You know,
maybe
like
you're
us.
right.
Like us, baby.
Of course.
We're geniuses. That's why everything we say makes no sense.
On our own way.
We are geniuses.
Yes. Yeah,
We just have crappy memories.
of course. That is true. It's not a lie. Anyway,
Where's the
next
cat?
episode. What?
Where's the cat?
She's still in the box.
Okay.
I just went to search for her
Okay.
because I noticed that the door was open for a long time. I was like, holy crap! Now we have fleas on the room. But no, the cat was on our in a box. I don't know how she got there. I don't even think she can get down from there.
But
she's there.
Dumb cat. Okay. Next episode was Winter Wrap Up.
Nerd.
In this episode, winter comes to an end, and Ponyville prepares for an annual cleanup to make way for spring. I think this one I have to do in pieces
Why?
because I don't know. Okay, let's just go through it.
There's a song in the beginning. It sucks. It's not hurtful, but it sucks.
It's just, it comes out of nowhere.
It's a time waster.
Well, it does explain things.
It doesn't explain anything. It sucks.
Alright.
Anyway. So, basic thing. There are 3 groups that do 3 different things. You clear the sky, you clear the fields, you wake up the animals.
Yeah.
Oh, and create
It's the
the
three
nest
teams.
for the animals.
The 3 teams are called Weather, Animals, and Plants.
Ah, okay. So Riley was part of the animal section.
Yeah, she was. She was
Okay.
wearing the brown vest.
Yes. So, Twilight gets up really, really early.
It's still dark.
Yes. And she's ready to help with the winter wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone has their own roles to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't have any role. Right, so she starts searching for a way to fit in.
A way to help.
Yes, whatever. And she goes to the weather patrol first.
Of course.
Which is stupid because she has no wings. There is no way she can help. But the good thing is she's smart. Anyway, second, she goes to Rarity, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Rarity is in charge of doing the nest for the birds. But because she's Rarity, she takes a long time to do one. There are millions of birds coming from the south. And when Twilight goes to assist, she has one. And then she tells, sure, you can help me. Twilight helps, and it looks like a normal nest.
Yeah, it does.
A one that you can see in any tree outside your house, on your roof, on wherever. It looks good for a bird. But because it's ratty, it has to have bows. It has to have laces. It has to look beautiful. It has to be symmetrical. It must have a good radius and stuff. It has to be accomplished with math, science, and magic.
Yes.
That's how perfect the nest needs to be. And the thing is that they're not able to do the winter wrap up with magic.
Mm-hmm.
From where Twilight comes from, everything's done by magic.
Yes, Canterlot is basically a unicorn city.
And they have unicorns. A lot. During the first song, you see like a gazillion unicorns. There are barely no earth ponies in that village.
That's true, actually.
But no, let's not use magic because it's custom.
It's tradition.
It's tradition. We cannot create new traditions. We must follow the old ways.
Yes.
That's how civilizations go to be ruined. Anyway, she tries to help Rarity. She does a good job, but not a perfect job. So Rarity turns around.
She tries to fix
Basically, she's like, okay, I'll do it for you. And she goes all depressed. Then she tries to help
The next one was
Pinkie Pie,
Pinkie Pie,
who is skating. Because with the skates, she cuts the ice in a pattern. And when the ice melts, it leaves the water in chunks. But she's just skating. She's not doing patterns or anything. She's just skating. Doing circles, jumping. Everything a skater does.
Yes.
According to imagination. Nothing to do with logic.
Yeah.
It's about the feeling. Anyway. Now, we all know Twilight is a nerd.
Yes.
So, obviously, she's not going to know how to skate.
Yeah.
When Pinkie Pie is like, sure, grab those skates and help me out. You're like, she's not going to know. In the first episode, she didn't even have friends. She wouldn't leave the library.
She probably knows the concept of skating.
She knows the history of skating. She knows where it was created, for what purposes.
She knows what the techniques are,
yes,
but not how to do them.
How many points you get for every technique. She knows what was the original material of the skates. And lots of things. But she has never touched a skate in her life. I can bet for that.
Yes, I believe you.
So she sucks. Spike gets a laugh.
Yes.
And she's like, okay, you don't work here. You're not able. And she goes again, all sad. And then she goes to Applejack. Hey, can I help you clean the fields?
No, she goes with Fluttershy first.
Oh yeah, she tries to wake up animals because she's good with animals. And she actually does a great job. She wakes up 3 types of animals in like 5 seconds. And Fluttershy takes a long time to wake up an animal. She goes into a cave, she hits the bell, talks all sweet and whatnot. And then 5 seconds later, an animal comes out. And then, and Twilight went to one, sounded the bell, saved something, snakes came out in 5 seconds. Those 5 seconds, she gets scared because apparently she's afraid of snakes. She runs and goes to
She runs backwards.
She runs backwards and falls into another cave, which this time has bats. And the bats wake up in 1 second. She gets out and then she hits a tree. A beehive falls into her head, which wakes him up. Then she runs a little more and gets into another cave where skunks live. And they wake up. So you see 4 animals woke up in the small time Twilight was there. So, to my belief, she's better than Fluttershy.
Yes.
Because the animals were not angry.
They were surprised.
They were surprised, yes. But they were not angry. Like, hey, why do you wake me up? They weren't not even sleepy. And every time Fluttershy would woke up an animal, they would go, yeah. So, Twilight for the win in this case. So again, she's sad because she didn't do the job as she thought she was going to do it. She did a great job, but not to the standard she was searching.
Yes.
Then she went to Applejack. And she's trying to clean the snow, which everyone knows is a hard work. Super hard work. Again, she's a nerd. She lives in a library. She lives to read books. And she was not able to skate. Of course, she's not going to be able to pull that thing.
The snow plow.
Yes. That's a snow cart. and she's not able, obviously. No. And Applejack she's like, okay, I never refused a pony who wants to help. But when she sees her struggling to move the car, she goes like, oh my gosh, you're so weak. You're actually wasting my time here. And the whole thing is not using magic. But Spike has been annoying Twilight of using magic because it will make things easier and faster. And uses magic. And the car starts moving. And they're like, that's a pretty strong horse. But it seems like she's unable to control her magic. Because the car starts going faster and faster. And she's unable to stop it. And it comes to the point where the car was pushing her. So Applejack was all angry because she used magic. And she caused an avalanche which covered all the fields that were already cleared. And Twilight is sad again. And goes to cry in a bush like a little girl. Then everyone's fighting because they want more sun so that the ice would melt faster. But Fluttershy wants the snow to not melt faster because that will damage the animals. And apparently the mayor of the house of the pony deal says that they haven't been on time for spring. Never. And then it's when Twilight gets an epiphany. And it's time for nerd power. The power to organize stuff. And she uses her nerd power to organize. And she organizes good. And everyone's grateful for her organization skills. And they are on time for spring. The end. Yay. And they give her a nice vest that has the 3 colors.
She's the organizer.
She's the nerd. Apologizes to all nerds outside. But you're nerds.
But you're nerds.
Be proud of it. You can have Twilight as your pet. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the last one we saw, I think.
Yes.
Yes. No, we saw one more.
What?
Oh my gosh, we saw a lot of episodes today. We watched Call of the Cutie.
Oh my, that was boring. There was a pony, she wanted a cutie mark, she couldn't get it, the end. Have a nice day, see you next time.
No.
Why not?
Gotta do the same thing. Well, you gotta do it.
Fine, read it.
Okay. Apple Bloom becomes concerned about her lack of cutie mark and tries to earn it before an upcoming party. At the party, she ends up befriending Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle, and they form the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
So this is Pony.
Apple Bloom.
Apple Bloom, who is the younger sister of Applejack, who wants a cutie mark. Because cutie marks are special.
They're special.
At the end of the story, she doesn't get one, but she gets friends and the story. Goodbye.
I knew. You're me.
But that's basically it.
Yeah,
There's nothing else to count. She tries a lot of stuff, she fails. She tries more stuff, she fails. She cooks, they taste awful.
And they served them at the party, did you notice?
And they just put frosting on top of the awful cupcakes she did. Everyone spits them out. They called the 2 girls that have cutie marks. What did they call them?
Their names are...
No, I don't care about the names. When the other 2 appear, they say, at least we are not as like YouTubers.
Spoiled? Or
I don't know. They insult them.
Yeah.
And she still doesn't get a cutie mark. And apparently for another 5 seasons, she still doesn't have a cutie mark.
Yeah.
So you can laugh at her.
Laugh, I say.
And no cutie mark, but 2 new friends.
Yeah.
The end.
Friends are better.
And sure.
Sure, why not?
If that makes you feel special, sure, why not?
Okay, so from this episode, what did you learn a cutie mark was?
I found out it was not a tattoo. I thought at the beginning that they were all tramp stamps.
Tramp stamps? They're not even in the right place to be tramp stamps.
Well, they're horses. There's not a right place for that. They have it on their asses, so it's a tramp stamp. My Little Pony endorses tramp stamps.
No, it doesn't.
And slutty ones.
Uh-huh.
Those are jewels, clouds, rainbows, lightning bolts,
Butterflies.
apples.
Butterfly.
You already said butterflies.
I know. I wanted you to say butterflies.
Okay, butterflies. The strampiest of stramps.
Yes, of course. Okay, so what is a cutie mark?
A special symbol that identify you as. It doesn't identify you. It shows what is your special ability.
So yours would be a pillow?
Something like that. More like 3 C's a zebra. Like.
Three Z's.
Yes.
Your
Like
talent
I'm sleeping.
is sleeping.
Yes. Any other question?
Let me see. Other questions. No, you're right. This episode was boring.
Yes. It was short, like the pony.
Yes.
And nothing happened.
No.
At the beginning, she tried to get something. She failed. Never get it. Got a different thing. The end.
The end. Yeah. So those are the how many episodes?
4 episodes.
4 episodes.
Because I feel generous. Don't expect. We're gonna take a break for 2 weeks.
No.
Okay, no. But why not?
Because no.
We gave them 4 episodes.
So?
What more can they wish?
I don't know.
You greedy bastards.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time.